Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to our video travel
Yeah, this
vlog
is
6.
Rita's channel, and
Moppy, don't get on my pillows.
he just wants to put his face in here too. He says he's important to this travel log.
So, anyways, Aaron.
Well, we've now gone through days 5 and 6. Both were essentially uneventful days. I mean, nothing planned. It was recoup time for Rita. Might as well start with your evening of the fourth day, the day you
After
had your
surgery?
surgery.
Right. So, for some of you out there wondering, I told you all the way up about the surgery, but I didn't tell you everything. So, when I got home, um, I basically was heavy amounts of narcotics. Aaron
Mm-hmm.
said, "Do not go outside.
Yep.
You're staying in." So I stayed in. I slept off and on.
Yeah.
However,
More off than on. You were kind of in the lands of delirium, kind of talking out your butt a bit, and definitely under the influence. Um, but managed to make it through the night. Um, Next day, everything still seemed to be. You seemed to
delirium.
be less groggy the next morning, but it came back in the afternoons. And it's still kind of coming back in the afternoons.
Exactly, exactly.
It's
That's
because you're
something.
not sleeping well enough.
Exactly, and that's what I was gonna say to with Aaron is he's been a sweetheart, and I do complain, make jokes, but we all have our own problems, and um, for me, the thing is I know what him and his father's capable of when it comes to snoring. But the thing is, when you're not used to it, it kind of can do a tax or toll on you. And between him snoring and
Your
everything
pain
else,
and your pain
and my
level.
pain, exactly as Aaron said, you're going to be in a world where you're going to be not wanting to do much. So, like today, I was kind of pissy because maid service wasn't coming. Things aren't moving fast enough. Finally, maid service came. Aaron to get some rest. Next thing you know, I woke up in a sharp pain, getting ready to take my meds again, and I said to Aaron, "What time is it?" He says, "Oh, it's about dinner time."
Yep. So she took her med. We skipped today. Friday as you know, we went. She had Long John Silver's her first time on. It was day 4, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It's
it
when
was
we
day
got back from
four.
your
I
surgery.
tried Long John Silver's for the first time.
And it might have been the day before your surgery.
Oh, no, it was the day of the surgery. Remember, you came home. I didn't want anything, and you went over there because of that coupon. And it was the day I got to try it. And
All I know is that we did it Friday too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. We planned that though. So yeah, we on day 5 we went to the fish fry for $6.99. Found out that it was almost $5 for 2 sodas. Yay! But we enjoyed the all-you-could-eat fish. They were really nice. Brought us out fresh fish. We barely even had to go and ask them for more. They didn't have a buffet table or anything, but it was all good. And then let's see, anything else eventful? Yes, Friday.
We went. I finally got to go. Even while I think it was Saturday. Was it yesterday? You took me to the little store.
Yeah, you went to the store. It was Saturday morning because you wanted to get laundry detergent. So that would have been day 6 in the morning that Rita went up to the store on the Moppy Walk. Also on Saturday, she got to see the post office here in town, and it kind of made me gripe a bit because they got a sign saying that the only dogs welcome are seeing eye dogs.
I pointed that out
They
last
have to
night.
follow ADA law, which means any service dog, not just seeing eye. But it makes me mad. That's all. And she also got to see where the state penitentiary is here. I pointed it out to her because it's supposed to be only like less than a mile from where we are staying, and so we walked down around the corner, take a left, and it's really straight in front of us. So
We're also in a tornado thunderstorm watch tonight, but you know how that is. It happens, So
today's technically day 7, so we might as well just do this day 5, 6, and 7.
yep.
8,
Well,
9, and 10 will be our returns.
9 will be the day we're at home. I think.
No, 10 will be home. 8 is the day you get your wraps removed tomorrow. 9 will be our first day of travel back to Tukwila and stuff.
Oh, and for some of you out there, you guys are going to probably ask in this video, this is very, very itchy. You know, when you get to the point where you can take a bubble bath or
The ace bandage is getting itchy because it's got sweat trapped under it.
you know what I mean, is you can take a bath, you know, sponge
Oh,
bath.
we made a new friend down here, so that was kind of cool.
Also, I would like to say for some of you out there that are my subscribers, I think it's time that me and Aaron talk about some of the negativity that I've been getting on Facebook.
A lot of people don't want to believe that she's had surgery. But, oh well. Whatever.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you got people sitting here,
And then you got people that are telling you you don't deserve it and you shouldn't have gotten it done.
and that they should have done. I should have just handed it to them. After 17 years, I'm sorry, but no, that ain't
Yeah,
gonna
there's
fly.
actually a couple you know that say, well, I look better than you, and so you should have given me the money to do it, and you shouldn't have gotten it done. I was like, what's wrong with you, you know?
And
be happy for somebody else.
exactly. So, you know, I posted a few pictures here and there on Facebook, you know, and there's a few people that's like, oh, you know, and it's like, I'm doing it to make a point that it has been done.
And another Day 7 event was, I found a tick on Moppy today. That was no fun.
You got rid of it, right?
Yeah, I flushed it down the toilet. So...
On another event for me, it was, since this is a event, is Annie messaged me.
Finally.
I think she's finally coming to terms of things, you know. It takes a while, you know. So, but yes, anyways. Aaron says the healing process looks good so far from what he's seen.
Yeah.
We'll know more tomorrow when I get to walk 2.4 miles round trip to get this removed, and as soon as it's removed, I think I'm not going to be jogging or running, but I'm going to be basically trying to get back to the...
You know, this is something else that strikes me as humorous, is the number of people who claim that they have breast augmentation. And the very next day, they're taking pictures of themselves wearing underwire bras and stuff and talking about how they just went shopping at Victoria's Secret. And it's like, Rita got it done, and this is normal, that it's multi-day recuperation and stuff, and they tell you do not wear underwire for this length of time.
3 months.
3 months before you can wear underwire. And they want you to wear sports bras, and...
which reminds
I mean, you're not going to go to Victoria's Secret to wear sports bras, so... I mean, I guess you could, but that's not the point of Victoria's Secret. Really, seriously. And then, you know, all these people are like, oh, I'm going swimming, and they're showing them off to everybody. They obviously couldn't have that much energy. The way that Rita was, it's like down and out for the count almost.
Yeah, and I will do a full video what to expect for some of you that's thinking about it, going through it, because it's not easy. I mean, Aaron basically knew I was kind of cranky today, as I said, with the maid service, and so he was like, get some sleep. And then, while the game was going on, this sweetheart basically decided to...
I turned off all the lights and everything, and
I mean, he basically...
turned the volume down.
He basically allowed me to just sleep and sleep.
Yeah, you got 5 hours today.
And when I woke up, I didn't even know what day it was, you know, and how long I was out of it. The other thing is, should we speak about this too? Is if you're going to be on any type of medicine with acetaminophen, be careful, because it will cause you to have complete plugged upness or constipation.
Mm-hmm.
So
right now, Rita needs some serious help in that department.
we'll be seeing the doctor tomorrow, but as I said, as soon as the doctor takes these bandages off and gives me the clearance, I'm going to be taking a nice leisurely walk home to shower.
Oh, and another strange thing is your drainage tubes have gone from having bright red to having almost pink lemonade colored. So that's kind of odd. And you also have something in the line that looks like a cheesy plaque. And I'm stripping the lines, but I can't get that out of there. It won't strip down further.
I just want to say, I just want to say to you, all you, my loving, caring supporters, or people that follow me, I just wanted to say I'm thankful for all of you out there. And you can understand someone who's disabled and just went through all this pain and emotion and everything else to get it done and travel. That, you want to share with the people to know that if you're going to go through with this, you're
Stop
going
fidgeting.
Yeah, just shut up. This is my video. That you're going to realize that it's not going to be easy. You think they just stick them in and you walk outside and you go to Victoria's Secrets. It doesn't work.
Yeah, you don't just walk in and walk out and it's like, woo, I got them. No, you go in and you're several hours before you get out, and then you don't want to move for several days.
I mean, for example, talking about my day, because Aaron said summer in Vintel, this morning I woke up and Aaron heard me scream, a light scream, and he says, "Are you okay?" I said, "No." Why? Because I was in severe pain. I was walking like a toy soldier, trying to get to that bathroom so I can get things moving. So when you think it's all easy, that they just stick in some, as some trannies call it, fun bags or tits or.
Yeah, that's another thing I don't like. Even genetic girls are like, so how's your new tits? How's your new boobs? I mean, seriously, you gotta use derogatory terms when you talk about something like that? I mean, really, how about, how do you like your new breasts? I know, sounds like a chicken dinner, but, I mean, seriously, that's kind of the more basic, clean way of talking about that. I mean, there's nothing really all that bad about it, but, those words weren't allowed on TV when I was growing up.
Exactly, and the point.
And to me, it still doesn't seem right now. Like every TV show utters it like every 30 seconds. It really is bad. There was a lot of talk in the 80s about how they thought it'd be bad for America, and I really honestly think that it has been horrible for America to allow much more leniency. I do remember how awesome I thought it was the first time I heard shit on TV. And I'm sitting there thinking, how great is this? It's not even swear words. It's just going to make them, words that people can use every day, and it's going to take away the slang and connotations, and they'll become everyday words. Well, I was right. They became everyday words, but the slang's still there, and the meaning's still there, and they haven't just faded off to become, less meaningful.
So, before we go, I just want to say our travel trip's good. We got some phone calls to make tomorrow for our next day after our consultation. I will do a short update video, even though we're trying to do it in 2-day increments. I'll let you know what the doctor has to say and etc. For some of you out there, I want to just say, transgender sisters out there and brothers, please try to be supportive. Every time I turn around, I'm not getting the support I need. The only support I got is a few people and Aaron. Everyone else tells me to go and rot and die in a cave, give up my surgery.
It really is surprising how vicious the community can be towards each other. It's one thing I like about the cigar community. One thing I love about doing cigar reviews is, although there are those who are judgmental, most of the brothers and sisters of the Leaf are open with each other, helpful and supportive of each other, and it doesn't matter anything about skin tones or religions or races or anything. Fat, skinny, gay, lesbian, doesn't really matter at all. Female, male. But when it comes to transgenderism, it's like, oh, well, you're not as pretty as me, or you're not as young as me, or you're not as old as me. And they make cliques and groups and everything else, and they rip apart each other. And when you don't belong to any clique, it's like every one of them gangs up on you for some reason. They really are a vicious breed.
Exactly. So I've told Aaron I'm going to be...
I'm sorry, you'd think that a group that's discriminated against would certainly not discriminate against their own, but yeah, they're among the worst discriminators out there.
Exactly, and because of it, they're on their own.
And then they want to be equal with others?
But they don't want to be equal with someone like me,
No, they're more equal than Rita.
And then, before I go, as Aaron said, the viciousness is there because we had a extended family member ripped me a new one.
Oh yeah, saying that you should have paid for them instead because they deserve it and you don't. And then they're telling you that they've got all this stuff changed already, and we know good and well that they didn't because we know where they came from. So all they were trying to do is use their jealousy that Rita got some surgery to try to make Rita more jealous that they're getting everything. Come on, who's going to end up issuing a letter of recommendation for surgeries when they won't shave their beard and they weigh about 450 pounds, flaming red hair, and they keep their hair short and they tell everyone they're a butch bull dyke? I'm sorry, they're not going to get their surgeries. Not like that. I mean, maybe if they wore makeup, grew their hair long, shaved the beard, and actually wore women's clothes and stopped playing the Xbox every single day, getting brand new games every time a new one comes out, they might actually be able to get through their surgery someday.
Exactly, and then telling me, I should give up everything that I know for others. I'm sorry, but you know what? And then you got this other one that attacks me too because they're better looking and they're this and they're that.
Yeah, they're younger and they're hotter and they deserve it more and you shouldn't have gotten it done and it's a waste of time for the doctors to do you and they should have done them first.
You know what? My thing is this. Advocate for your damn self, otherwise you ain't gonna get anywhere.
That's something I've learned about the transgender community too. They don't want to advocate for themselves. They don't want to do any work for themselves. They want somebody else to do it for them.
Exactly.
And they want somebody else to pay their bills for them. They want somebody else to take care of them. It really is obnoxious. And
exactly.
And they're so happy. I mean, I seriously know one who started going through the change, and they were a hard-working employee at the McDonald's that they were at when they were at that McDonald's. Then they got fired. And they said it's because they came out. I remember their name was Mickey. And poor Mickey, they got fired from their job. Here's the truth of what happened. They started slacking off. They stopped doing their work. And while they were at the counter, they were more busy looking at their nails, and then the customer would say, hey, I want this, and they get the order wrong, and they charge them too much. They started really screwing up on their thing because they were too busy with their own personal issues to deal with anybody coming through the line. They'd be asked to do this, and it's like, oh, that's too heavy for me. I'm a woman. I'm sorry, you know what? I know girls that are half their weight that would have gone and picked that up and moved it if they were asked. The fact of the matter is they started saying, well, I need to be the pampered princess, and all I have to do is stand here and look pretty, and I should be able to keep my job. So, no, they lost their job because they deserved to lose their job, and then they wanted to sue because they lost their job.
I do wanted to say, with all these people out there telling me, I don't deserve it after 17 years, or I didn't try hard enough, or etc. These are the same damn douchebags out there that turn around and basically sit there and complain 20 years later after the post-operative that they're still single with no man and they need a man, but no men will understand them. Men understand them too well, and the men don't want to even be on the same level as them.
Men aren't interested in a deceiver. They might not mind if you want to deceive the world, but they don't want you to deceive them. Okay? So as long as you pass and you're honest with them, and they're okay with that, then you'll end up with a boyfriend. But if you try to deceive your boyfriend, he is going to leave you if he ever finds out.
Exactly.
And if you're going for, Mr. Perfect, well, you're probably not going to find that. I mean, not too many doctors out there or high-paid lawyers that really want to be dating a transgender woman. Remember, almost every other woman in America wants Mr. Perfect. And Mr. Perfect is always the guy with six figures, a six-pack, and drives a fancy $60,000 car, Mr. 666. This is my joke about him. The guy who sold his soul. He's the one that every woman wants. But, being transgendered, not likely to get that. But anyways, this is basically supposed to be about our travels, and now it's turned into a rant. So
Sorry about that. I just wanted to vent for a second.
and
about
that's
how
only
people-
because there's a lot of negative emotion coming from the transgender community about Rita's surgeries, and it's like, how dare they? You know,
My main thing is
had they got it, we would have been happy for them. But Rita gets it; they're all upset for her.
They want some of the people have told me to go turn around and die.
So a lot of them told you that beforehand.
Yes, well. Anyways, with that said, everyone, tomorrow is going to be a short video just to give you an update of what's going on. I do want to sit down, have some coffee, wait for the weather to clear up, or etc. I'm hoping Aaron closes the... Oh, no, he's got the window open for a reason. But anyway, sorry for this being a long rant.
7 o'clock so we can watch baseball.
We're going to watch hockey tonight, or baseball tonight.
Yeah, we watched hockey. Well, I watched hockey all afternoon. You got to watch some hockey.
So, and the meal was good. I'm loving the John at Long John Silver's. I'm also gonna try tomorrow, which is gonna be in our mini video, and about
So
getting this removed, the bandages removed, not the implants, to discuss the all-you-can-eat pizza buffet.
yeah, we're gonna go to Pizza Hut tomorrow for the all-you-can-eat pizza buffet. Dine-in Pizza Huts are a dying breed, and I haven't had a Pizza Hut buffet since I was... Actually, I don't think I ever have. Even though they had them when I was a little kid, my dad never wanted to get it because he said it was a waste of money.
Last time I had a pizza buffet was Godfather's.
I think my dad basically said the price for the buffet was roughly the price of a pizza, and so he could get a pizza and have leftovers at home, but if he got the buffet, he'd only eat half a pizza, and he wouldn't have any for in the morning. So
yeah,
he didn't like me having the buffet.
And your dad was one of those that basically talked out his butt when it came to certain foods. The 20-ounce soda, the 20-ounce soda is better than
He
the...
did have a good point, though. If you end up buying a buffet for a child, they might be able to eat 2 slices of pizza. How is that equating close to the cost of buying
Yes,
a
I know,
pizza?
but your dad was like this long time ago, and look what happened, you know?
Yeah,
And
we're all overweight in our family, too, so...
anyways, with that said, everyone, please add and subscribe. Please post comments, leave feedback, suggestion. Please add and subscribe. Please leave feedback, and may God bless you in everything you do. Thank you, and be happy.